right here, you can make your own lightsaber.
No pretenders left when I'm done. Doesn't matter where I go now. You know what they say about me. Everybody loves a winner. Everyone can see that I am. Everybody follows the leader, baby. Cruising down the streets of Siam.
Watch your wallet. If people didn't realize, that was the montage from the Streets of Siam from Kickboxer the movie, one of my all-time favorites. But this is Matt McGears Macaulay here, reporting from the United States of America. I've had a fabulous trip thus far in Los Angeles, in Las Vegas, in San Francisco. Had a brilliant time, and you could see some of the footage at the beginning there was actually on the mechanical bull. Didn't last very long, but you know, what can you do? But I had a great trip nevertheless, and brought back a lot of goodies. So right now I'm in the Pinball Hall of Fame, and you can see here some of the awesome pinball machines that they have on display here. Now this is a community-based pinball museum. All quarters that you pump into these pinball machines all go back into the community, and this is in Las Vegas. This is probably a good 4 to 5 miles down from the Strip. And you can see here some of the 1950s and 60s looking machines here. And they're absolutely worth an absolute fortune. And it's amazing that it's not owned by someone. It's actually owned by a community. And the maintenance, the repairs, everything is done by people for free. And then, as I said, all money does go back to the community, which is great. One thing that you can't see on the footage, unfortunately, is a machine that was there from the 1920s. Believe it or not, it's the first pinball machine ever. Had balls and slots and holes and so on like that. And that was used in the World Fair in New York. So very awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have it on footage, but you can just imagine it, Google it, because it is a fantastic looking device, that's for sure. Other than pinball machines, I've also got some arcade games here too, and I've got some pretty cool ones. You can see here Super Mario Brothers, the original, and we've also got one that's next to it that's a pretty nifty cabinet, but unfortunately it's not on, so I can't actually talk about the gameplay at all in that scenario. But as you can see here, there's many more pinball machines, you know, Attack from Mars, then you've got things like Centipede, Space Invaders, Elevator Action, all these old school arcade games that were there, and the cabinets were in pretty nifty shape as well, I must say. You've also got the legendary Tron, if people are out there that are Tron fans, but you're not going to get zapped into the game or to the computer like the movie.
My body's ready, my heart's on fire. I'm gonna push it over the wire. Perfect timing, tight as a drum. You find the balance.
The Kiss pinball machine. I've had a fascination with Kiss since I was 9 years old. I actually have a Gene Simmons tattoo on my left arm. So I'm a huge Kiss fan, and when I saw this machine at the Pinball Hall of Fame, I wanted to fit it in my pocket. Unfortunately, it was way too big for that, and then I started thinking about chopping the legs off and just taking the game board, but that didn't work either. So I got to see this beautiful machine and got to play it, and I'm playing it right now. You can see me putting a couple of quarters in there. And not doing the best at it, to be completely honest with you. It is from the 1970s, so for some reason the flippers didn't work and the ball went straight into the hole, unfortunately. But still very awesome nevertheless, and had a great time playing it. Shit, what's the time? I need to catch a bus! Man, that was a long bus ride, considering that it's across the road from the Pinball Hall of Fame. Anyway, I am actually in a gamer's paradise. This is a retro gaming store in Las Vegas, Nevada. And as you can see here, it's got some of the most awesome consoles that they had in a glass cabinet. You can see some old school Dreamcast, of course, Sega Master System, as Timmy likes to say it, the Sega CD, CDX, ColecoVision. I mean, you've got some of the best consoles here. You've got a green Wii. Never seen that before in my life, by the way. And then you've got the Wiz, which is something that Das Retro has in his possession as well. But you can see here many consoles, and the artwork in this store is quite amazing. And what you can see here is an abundance of boxes and consoles within these boxes. Here we've got like a Genesis, Super Nintendo, you've got NES, you've got ColecoVision, you've got Ataris, all boxed. And it's quite amazing how, I wouldn't say easy, but how much they are in abundance in America, where you can see these things. I mean, I went to a few stores, and this store I would think would have the most definitely. But still, it's just amazing seeing this sort of thing, because we just don't get anything like this in Australia. I mean, the closest thing that we've got is Game Traders, and they can't even come close to that stuff. And now I can see, why, you look at some of the videos from Game Chasers or Gamester 81, they're picking up things, what we would consider cheap. $5 a cart, $3 a cart for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and we're paying through the roof. And it's just quite amazing that we're worlds apart. And, considering that we are countries apart, we never thought we'd be galaxies apart, because that's exactly what's happening at the moment. Now you can see here, he's also got some arcade machines. Some pretty cool arcade machines, actually. He's got a cocktail cab. And then he's got an abundance of NDS games in the cabinet as well, Xbox 360, PS3, which I never really spent a lot of time in looking at. So right now we're right in the Nintendo section here, and you can see some of these prices. It's zooming right into $7 a cart for like Operation Wolf, for instance. Pac-Man's $15. Yeah, it's a little bit high, but still a lot cheaper than Australia. You can see there $5 for Platoon, $10 for Popeye, $5 for Pinball. If I could take all these carts back with me on the plane, I would have, and I did pick up a few carts with that. And that's the end of my trip, guys. That was an awesome trip. Loved it very, very much. And now I have to get onto a plane and back to Australia. Want to thank you all for watching. Catch retrodomination.com. Check out that website and check me out on the podcast as well. And who wants to go home and who wants to come with me?